Yes, this is the web page that I was asking you to create last week, right? So the source code is going to be like this, right? So just check whether you got it correct. There you go. Yeah, just see whether you got it correctly, all the tags and all these things. I'll give you a minute so you may go through and do the markings. Yeah, does it? What do you mean by VS Code? I mean, like the application that you have used, is it? Okay, so like the can you send me the screenshot of that so I can go through? I can't get arrangement is bit different means like what kind arrangement is like the placement of the tags. That means okay, that's it. Let me see. Did you WhatsApp it to me? Okay. Yes, the one with the different colors. Okay, that's it. Yeah, that's it. It's not opening in the PDF or any other editor. Can you just send me a screenshot of the code? Does it? It's just directly open its output. Does it? Yeah, yeah, better, better. Send me the source code. Okay, meanwhile, others, are you done with the code? Did you check how it goes with your coding? Anyone who is still checking? Yes. Okay, but that's it. I think you have done the coding using what you call a web authoring tool. So you didn't type these codings, right? You just use the tool and just type the content, and it was just creating the tags for yourself, right? Isn't it? That's it. Okay, that's it. Now it's better you like first learn to code this. Does it? Because now we are discussing the web authoring tool as well at the bottom part of the lesson. So it's better you learn how to do it like this. Otherwise, like you won't remember, like or like you won't buy hard how the things are going to happen, because in the examination they just give you this kind of a code and ask you to fill the blank. So if you get used to a web authoring tool first, because web authoring tool is just creating the web page into some particular format, right? That is why your code is getting a lot of TDs and tables and all these things. It means like if you are creating something, it is just create into a table by default from the authoring tool. But we are just like expecting or like accepting you to draw or like type this thing just using the needed tags, not the extra ones, right? So it doesn't matter you used to create websites from that. Eventually that's the way we are going to create the websites. But in the exam purpose, it's better you learn how the arrangements are done. Otherwise you won't be able to recognize where the what are the missing tags and what kind of arrangement is happening here, right? Okay, right. So paper, I'm moving to the lesson. I hope that you have done the corrections if you got any mistakes, right? So yeah. So today we are going to go further from the place that we have discussed. So we discuss about these things, and we discuss about the edge tags, and we discuss about okay, from where this is here. Never mind. Right, we discuss about the structure, we discuss about the header tags, we discuss about the paragraph tags, font tags, the way that we can use colors, right? And the center tag, plus these things in the last week, right? So today we are going to discuss about some new stuff where we are going to learn how to put an image into your web page. Plus, it has some attributes as well. Then we are going to learn how to deal with the anchor tag, which help you to create a small link from one page to another, right? So first I go through the image tag. So now when it comes to a image, when you need to insert some image in your HTML document, what you can do is you have to use a tag called img to have that effect, right? So let me open my home page from Notepad and let me take the output of it, right? So yeah, I'm just clearing the stuff what is over here. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to insert an image. So before I insert an image, I'm going to copy some image onto my desktop. So where do I have? Okay, from this, let's take the image of the dog. And I'm pasting it over here. Yeah, so I have something called doc.jpg in the place where I got my home.html, the very similar place, right? So what I can do is I'm using the tag called img. So this img tag is a single tag, right? So yeah, people, hold on a second. Right, so just the img tag, and since it is a single tag, I can place the backslash after the img, and just because I'm having the img tag, it will not create any image over here. See, so now inside my body tag, I have deleted the body tag as well. So here inside my body tag now, I got the tag called img, but once I save it and refresh it over here, no img is here, no image is here. So to insert the image, I need the attribute called src, which indicates source, right? So where the particular resource, right? And inside this source, I have to give the specific name of the image, right? So the name of the image, and it should be inserted with the extension. So my name is dog.jpg, the D capital. So I'm taking it and pasting it over here, dog.jpg, right? So now I'm saving it and I'm refreshing it. Okay, now you can see a small part of my image, and since my original image is very big, it has gone all over the page, right? So we call this overflow in the page. So if the original image is big in size, it will give you this kind of an effect because it shows you it is being spread beyond the what we call the browser size, right? So now look at this. Even I maximize my browser, still I got scroll bars since my image is too big, right? So what I can do is I can use the attribute called height and width, right? So these two will help me to control the height and the width of the image. So as the height, if I give like 200, and as the width, if I give 400, it will manage this image into the height of 200 pixels and into the width of 400 pixels. So let's see, I'm saving it and I'm refreshing it. Yeah, there you go. All right. So that is the way that we can manage the particular image. Now you can see like when it is in the full screen mode, I do not have any scroll bars, but if I make it smaller, image size does not change according to the browser window. It just stays. So I have to scroll and see what's the image is. So like if I give this height, just height only, like removing the width, so it will make the height into 200 pixel and the width will be automatically adjusted according to the original ratio. What do you mean by the original ratio? The ratio in between this height and the width has some particular ratio. So if only height is given, width will be arranged accordingly. Right now I can save it and I can refresh it. Yeah. So this is the width of 200. So according to that, the width has been managed. Yes, that's it. Like aspect ratio. And if I change this into 100, same goes. Right? So likewise, this is 100 and the width is arranged according to the original height and width ratio. And if I need this image to be like go all over my browser window, either we have to check by giving different kinds of values and figure out what is the width of this window, or otherwise there is a small trick that we can do is like we can use 100% over here. So that means it will take actually not the height. If I give 100% height, it will consume the 100% of height, but it won't, it may overflow the window because the width will be arranged according to the height. Let's see it first. I have 100% height. That means you are going to see my image like very much fitted to the window in height. See, in height now it is fit, but in the width, it happens accordingly. So if I want to fix this into the width of the screen, so if I take width equals 100%, so then it will adjust. See, now it is 100% of the width of the browser window. So if I maximize this, it will go 100% with the browser. So 100% means how big the browser window is. From that, you are going to use that particular percentage that is set inside the HTML code, right? So that is why when I'm making the window smaller, the image is happen to change its width and height according to the browser size, right? So it's like this, see? So if you are expanding it, see, you can have it. So image expands accordingly. Yeah, people, did you got the point? Okay, right. And there are some other attributes regarding an image. So there is something called ALT, which stands for alternative text. And why alternative text are there? If I give an alternative text saying my pet over here, if I save it and refresh it, you can't see the word my pet. But in case if something happens to your image, like being corrupted or maybe not being linked properly, if you just make a single mistake, a simple mistake over here, like if you instead of dog you are typing dg.jpg, so this does not load in the same picture onto your window. See, now the picture is missing, but now you can see the alternative text over here, my pet, the one that we have set it over here, right? If I change this into ABC and save it, refresh it, so you can see ABC as the alternative text. So that means we can use the alt text to find or to figure out which image is having a problem with. Like this will be very helpful if you are maintaining an image gallery, right? So in an image gallery, like there will be like many different number of images. So in case if one is missing, it will be very hard for you to find it if you don't have an alt text inside it, because you have to figure out which image is not in the gallery. So then you have to find it specifically and put it. But if you're having an alternative text, it will help you to figure out which kind of an image is missing. Right, and the other attribute is border, right? So if you give border a value, and let me make the spelling of the dog correct. So I save it and I'm refreshing it. See, now it has its picture, and if you can notice, they have a border now, a black small border around the picture.
Daddy, is that a dog?
Mm-hmm.
He looks silly.
And if you increase the size of the border, if you say 2 as the border, if you save it, and now you can see some thicker border around it. And if you increase it accordingly, the thickness of the border is going to get increased. I make it 3. So here I'm refreshing it. See, the border is getting bigger. Let's try with a bigger number, like 10. So I save it and I'm refreshing it. See, you can see a thicker border, right? So the border will enable a border around the image, right? So that is how the border attribute works. And yeah, let me change this percentage into 25, right? So now my picture is 25% big and it has a very thick border around it. And then the purpose that I was changing this is to introduce you the attribute called align. So we can change the alignment of an image by using the align attribute. So now it is left align. If I say right, then it will be right aligned always. Right. So likewise, you can use these types of the attributes with the image to control how your image is going to be. Yes, Pehara, you can give a color to the border, but not from the HTML doer. You have to go with the particular language called CSS. So it will help you to give the border color, right? And there may be ways with the way that we can give border colors, right? So let's seek that. All right, so yeah, hold on. Yeah, so these are the things that is in your book to check. Let's see whether a border color can be given. Hold on. Hmm. Yeah, now this site is a very good site for you to find about the HTML, right? So let me see the attributes is having. Yeah, it seems it does not. These are the attributes. ALT, there's something called cross-ringing, height is map, loading, reference size is map. No, not actually, not actually. We can do it with the help of the CSS, right? So not with the HTML, I guess, though, right? So with CSS, you will be able to do a lot of things. Right. Okay, yes, that's it. So you have to go with the CSS to do that, which will enable the border color property, right? Okay, so those kind of things you can learn it if you do ICT for A level, right? We are teaching CSS in the A level of ICT. Right, so let's quickly write about the IMG tag, right? So yes, let's go through IMG tag. Yes, copy this. And then you have to go with the table, but yeah, let's not, yeah, just write this, then I'll tell you how to go with the other attributes, right? Sasrika, I will just check it out. There is no tag called color. There is attributes like BG color and all these things. But I doubt rather the border color is going to work. I'll check for it. Yeah, so if you are done, we can have a small example. Then let's manage the example to discuss this thing, right? So yeah, yes, and I really couldn't mention you about this long path, right? So I'll show you that as well. Now, since this image is just there with my HTML page in the same location, we really don't need any specific path of saying this is the place to find this image. We can just give the name of the image. But in case if I need to show something in this particular folder, let me just give me a second. Right, sorry for that. And let's think we need this fox image, the fox's image right after the image of the dog. So what we can do is I can take the similar code and I can paste it over here. So I got two images now. And now I have to give the image name over here, but the problem is this image, this fox image is somewhere else and my HTML source code is somewhere else. So in that case, what I can do is I can take the path from over here, right? So the path is, it's in the D drives inside a folder called pics. So I'm taking that path copied onto my SRC attribute, as well as I put a / and take this image name and copy it over here. Right, so the extension is a little bit new for me, JFIF. Right, so let's see whether this is going to work. So I'm saving it. I'm taking my folder. Yes. So I'll make the alignment left here. So it's by default, it is left. I said it is left. And now I'm refreshing it. Ah, yes, see, you can have it over here. See now this dog, this image is there, right, with my source code. And the fox image, it is somewhere else. So I have specified the particular path, then after the name of the image with the extension. Are we clear with this, people? Okay, right. So as an example, let's write this. Hold on, I think, yeah, let's go with this. Let's go with this. Right, and I'm applying a height as well. Let's say 50%. Right. So as an example, let's take this part over here. And it's better you write it as 2 lines so we can put the arrows and describe what items are over here. Right? This need double quotes. So yes, let's write it like this. And I'll change this into JPG for you to have a familiar image, family image extension. Right? So let's keep it like this. Right? So you are going to copy this thing as the example for the IMG tag. Yeah, so you may write this. I will do the other arrangement over here, right? All right, you can finish the code in by naming it like this, right? So let me know when you're done. Okay, anyone who is still writing? All right, so moving forward. Right, so then we are going to talk about, we have already talked about the paragraph, I guess. People, let just confirm me whether you have written about the paragraph. The paragraph tag. Did we write about the paragraph? I think we didn't, right? Paper. We didn't write about the paragraph, right? Did we? We wrote about the paragraph? Did we? No. Ah, okay. Sorry, my bad. So let's go with the paragraph as well. So the paragraph tag. Yeah, this is enough, right? And then we move to example. All right, are we done, people? Anyone who is still writing? Okay, moving forward. Yeah, and it's better you write this as creating gap between words. So have it as a subheading with the word creating, right? Creating gap between words. And then you can copy this down plus these two examples, right? So be careful in the output, there are space. So it's better you follow the number of spaces. Number of spaces means like show there is a significant space in between these let words because you have used %& and DSP, right? Yeah, Sasrika, it's the semicolon. It's a semicolon, Sasrika. And percent NBSP semicolon. Yes, that place is a mistake, Sasrika, right? So go with ampersand NBSP semicolon, right? Even without the semicolon, it's working in the codes, but the standard goes with like ampersand NBSP semicolon. Right, even in here, they are missing the semicolon. People, are we done? Anyone who is still writing? Right. Okay, so I'm moving forward. Yeah, we learn about the BR tag. So I'm not going to make anything specifically said about the BR. Hold on. Yeah, let's write this particular statement only. And hold on. Yeah, have this small subheading, insert in some rows. Then I'll show you what I have highlighted. Right, so under that subheading, write this highlighted part, only the blue color stuff. Right, okay. So people, it's about the unordered list, or like the three types of lists that we are going to talk now. Right now, in a web page, we can insert three types of lists, which we call the unordered lists, ordered lists, and the definition list. So like unordered list and the ordered list are quite similar in code, only a few differences are there, right? So let me show you that first, right? So let me take my code over here. So I'm taking this away. Yeah, so to insert an ordered list, we use OL, and it has a closing tag as well to indicate that ordered list is done. So ordered list will create a list which is listed with numbers like first item, second item, third item, likewise, right? So even though I create this OL, open tag and close tag, I won't see any difference, or I don't see any changes in my website or the web page. Hold on, let me open the web page. Yeah, so there is no changes. So to have a particular list item, I need something called LI. which indicates list item. So I can put car over here, and I'm having another list item. Let's take it as bus. So another list item called van. So yes, so I got OL tags, open and close one, and list item tag. It is a couple again. So like I got 3 couples over here. So let's see how the how it affects on the web page. Yeah, there you go. So like each and every list item will create a list item on the list on the web page, and list item tag couple will create an automatic break, right? When you use another list item, it will break from the previous line, right? It comes to the next line and type bus, and it comes to the next line and type van. So that is what you call an ordered list, right? So an ordered list can change its numbering style by using the attribute called type. So into this type, if you put capital A, to see what happens. See, so the list becomes capital A, capital B, capital C, likewise. And if I put simple A, goes the same way, simple A, B, C style. And if you give capital I over here, the browser will show you capital Roman letters. If you provide a simple I, it will show you simple Roman letters. Right? So likewise, we can change the way that the ordered list number appearance manner. Right? Simple as that. And again, if we are going to show you an unordered list, or if we are going to use an unordered list, so the only change that I'm going to do is make it UL over here. All right. So I'm open the UL and I'm close the UL over here. So UL indicates it is an unordered list, and inside it again, to take the list items, we use LI, list items. So look what happens. There you go. So we got dots over here. So we call them the disk bullets. Disk bullets over here. So again, by using the type attribute, we can change the appearance of the bullets or the list icons. So we can change, we can type square over here, and we can change the dots into the colored squares. Again, and we can use circle, and we can change that bullet into a circle. It's a non-colored one. The earlier one is called the disk. It's the default one. Either we can use the word disk over here, even though we haven't used it over here, it shows in the very same way. So that is how the ordered list and the unordered list happen. So if I take this, a copy from this, if I paste it under and make this list as OL, let's say we give the type as Roman number 1. So if I save it and refresh it, there you go. So this is unordered list. This is ordered list. People, are we clear about this? Okay. And the third type of list are called the definition list. Now, definition list has three type of things. Definition list is introduced by the tag couple called DL, which stands for definition list. And inside a definition list, there is something called definition title, which defines the title of the definition. And then we got definition data or definition description, which indicates the description of the definition. So we can give some particular title to the definition. Let's say I have given Sinharaj as the definition title. And for the description, I'm giving this is world number 1 rainforest found in Sri Lanka. Right, so that is the description that I have fed. So let's see what is happening over here. There you go. So the definition title goes the left aligned, and definition description is a little bit indented from the alignment. Right, and again, why we use DT, it is for the definition title, and why we use DD, it is for the definition description. And again, in between two DL couple, we can use DTs as much as we want in any order, as well as DDs as much as we want in any order, right? So if I use another DT below here, and if I make it let's say what ICT, and if I save it and if I refresh it, so it comes like this. So if we need to maintain the appearance, then we have to use DT and DD accordingly, right? But there is no rule that you must use DT first and we have to use the DD of that DT second. මුලින්ම DT එක use කරන්න ඕනේ. ඊට පස්සේ ඒකට අයිති DD එක යටින්ම පාවිච්චි කරන්න ඕනේ කියලා නීතියක් නැහැ. So when we are doing something, that is what we want. So due to that, we just place a DT and the specific DD under it, right? So regardless of that, we can place the DD and DT in any order. People, are we clear about it? Yes, everyone, are we clear about it? Right, great. Okay. Right, so let's have a small subheading, unordered list. And you may copy this down. Okay, are we done, people? Yes, anyone who is still writing this? Okay. So moving forward, what you need to do is you have to copy this code and the output at home, people, right? This code and this output. Please mark it down and write it at home and keep the space for that and go with the ordered list. With these two. Keep the space for the one that I told you, these things, the code and the output to indicate what is an ordered list. I'm sorry, unordered list. Then we are writing about ordered list. And once you are done with that, you have to copy the table at home plus the example underneath it. Right? So there are two homeworks to be done, right? So the previous diagram and this table and the next example, the one over here, right? So about the definition list, I'm going to give you a note by next week. Then after we'll go forward, I think there is a few more things for us to go. So like most probably by next week, we will be able to finish up the HTML tags, right? So by another week or two, we will be able to finish up the HTML. That means we are good to start the past papers. And during the past papers, we can finish up the last lesson, right? So yeah, get ready. So I'm going to end the session from here. So please complete your note. And I'm going to give you the note about the definition list by next week when we are starting the session. Okay, people. So thank you very much then. I'm going to end the session from here. I'll see you on next week for the very same time. All right, everyone. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.